It has been months. So this is where I'm staying. Have I? There's actually a pool around the back. It's quite nice. It's a small pool, but it'll do. And this is my room. So it's a little bit messy right now. And that's my office there. And I've got swimming stuff. But a very nice rainfall shower, you know. But yeah, it's really quite nice, this place. And with only 1 week left to go of sober September, that is the view from the yard of my hotel. Mocking me. Right, so I know this is a little thing, but honestly in this game you have to enjoy the little things. Kellogg's, actual Kellogg's cornflakes, produced in South Africa, on offer for €2. That is amazing. Ah. That is the first thorn tree I've seen since East Africa. Good evening, friends. So, bit of an update really, because I've been a little, I wouldn't say lazy of late, but I'm beginning to relax. Now I'm going to preface this by saying that it's always easy at this stage to get complacent. Can't do that. But I am comfortable, I'm relaxed, I'm enjoying myself thoroughly. Yes. Anyway, so I'm in Windhoek, which is the capital of Namibia. It's a lovely city. It's really very quiet. The entire population of Namibia, which is a very large country by any stretch of the imagination, is 3 million, which is kind of like, you know, a borough of London at night. I'm kidding, of course, but you know, you get the idea. It does have a city centre with some built-up stuff, but not even remotely close to this area. Everything is single story. The sky is massive. It's really very nice. I'm staying in a very nice place. I've got a mini apartment. It's not quite as cost effective as the one in Angola, but it's very nice. I've stayed here for 1 week already. I'm staying here until Friday, which is Halloween. And yeah, so really these last few weeks, as keen viewers of my channel will know, I broke the back of this trip. Kind of in the middle of Angola, I realized that I'd done it, that it was it was all gonna be fine, knock on wood. But I'm sorry, I'm enjoying myself. I was enjoying myself before, but in a very different way, you know. But as things stand, I'm safe, I'm happy. Yeah, the place I'm staying, I haven't really done very much the last few days. There is a small mall with a big supermarket across the road from where I'm staying, which has been very nice. And I'm just going to say this now, Namibia is a step up, if you like, from a developmented point of view. Visa cards with, you know, with contactless payment, and Visa, and all the ATMs are full, and the supermarkets have everything, and it's like that, you know. And considering my year, it may seem perfectly normal, but for me, No. Anyway, I thought I'd update you slightly because I realized that I had forgotten. When I crossed the border from Angola into Namibia 8 days ago, and I stayed with a friend who was a friend of a friend. His name is Philip, and his lovely girlfriend Yvonne in Ondangwa for a week, which was absolutely lovely. They're wonderful people. And then I got the night bus down to Windhoek. I mentioned briefly in my last video that the border was a bit murderous, and it's entirely my fault, of course. So, call this a confession. Right. Rule number 3. Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Every single time it will bite you in the ass, and it did. So, Angola, I mentioned before more than once, does not have a visa requirement for British citizens. And so you walk in, you get stamped in, no problem. I stayed an extra week in the south of Angola because of my wonderful little micro apartment, which meant that I had stayed in the country for 5 weeks. My assumption was, because this is pretty standard, that if there's no visa requirements, you get 90 days. That is true of the overwhelming majority of countries, including Japan, Britain, and South Africa, where I'm headed in just a short time. It was not the case on this occasion. 30 days. When I arrived at the border, I had stayed 36, which means that, and granted, I had emailed the Foreign Office in Angola. They said no visa requirement. I got to the border, got stamped in. They didn't give me any paperwork. They didn't tell me anything. And what I should have done is double check everything, Jeff. It would have taken a 30-second Google search. As it was, I was taken to a room, sat down, and I had to pay a fine, £100, which is actually quite a lot. And this was at like 7:30 in the morning, having slept on a slab at the station. I don't know quite why they do this, but the night bus to the border arrived at 4:30 in the morning. Why? Just leave a little later on at night, leave at 11 p.m. and arrive at 6. It's not that difficult. So I got off the bus. I literally lay down on the tiles on the floor of the bus station and slept for 3 hours. Woke up, got sorted out, got to the border, and yes, and that happened. So it wasn't that egregious an error, but it was expensive. £100 is no small shakes. It was annoying. 2 hours at the border waiting for them to sort their lives out. I had to go to an ATM because none of their card machines worked. And yeah, stupid Jeff. Rule number 3. I never learn. Anyway, give me a second. Okay, so my plans from here. I am leaving on Friday, which is the 31st of October, which is Halloween, which is the last day of October. As things stand, I have not had an alcoholic beverage of any kind in 55 days. 55 days. Halloween is when I break my fast, midnight on Halloween, which means I'm going to be on a night bus at the time. So I'll have, I will have a bottle of whiskey on me. I will have filled up 2 hip flasks. That is what I will be drinking, along with hopefully a couple of cold beers. I gotta tell you, I can't wait, man. Sober October is never difficult for me. Tom Holland Yeah, Tom Holland, the Spider-Man kid who's getting married to Zendaya, he's sober, and he's been asked about it in interviews, and he said, I was getting a bit worried, and so I decided to do dry January. And he got to the end of dry January and he just kept going, which is admirable. But he said, and I was very surprised actually, that in the whole of January, all he could think about was drinking. It was when he woke up, it was middle of the day, it was the evening, it was all the time, all the time. I've never had that. I mean, granted, on a hot day I've walked past a bar and thought a beer would be nice, but I've never been jonesing for it, been hanging out for it at all. It's just something I don't do for X amount of time. 55 days is a stretch. And I'm very much looking forward to beer, wine and whiskey again after it will be 61 days. And that's very nearly rehab, man. Rehab is 70 days. So there's all of that. Oh, I've got kind of got a corner situation. I was intending to turn left here, but never mind. That's a school. Nice. Anyway, so I'm going from here. I haven't really, because I had hoped to go to the coast, to go to the desert, to see the sand dunes, to go to Sossusvlei, which is this ancient lake bed with petrified trees everywhere, thousands of years old, just stone trees. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to. The restriction was money, because there are no local buses to these places. There's really nothing you can do apart from if you hire a car or if you join an organized tour. I'm going way off track here, man. Rental cars are expensive, at least for me, and tours are even more so, and honestly would probably drive me nuts anyway. There's a reason I travel solo. So I caught myself thinking, after talking to Philip, my friend in Ondangwa, talking to Beth, I've caught myself sketching out a Southern Africa trip for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years time, something like that, because I've never been to Botswana, and it'd be nice to come back to Namibia, meet up with Philip. Maybe if he has the time he can drive. If not, I can actually save up and hire a vehicle, do kind of Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, Malawi, cut down from there, go into South Africa, Leswatini, or whatever they call Somaliland these days, and Lesotho and South Africa itself, to come down, because I know me, boys and girls, and I'm fairly certain that the second I hit South Africa, I will be heading towards, oh look, a plane. That was cool. Sorry, plane landing, private plane landing, big private plane landing. Anyway, when I hit South Africa, I will almost certainly be heading toward Cape Town with a singular focus, because it's the finish line, you know? I know I'm going to make it, which I haven't been able to say for most of this trip. And so I'll be heading to Cape Town like this. But this potential future trip, just the southern end just of Africa, 3, 4 months maybe. That'll be good. So at that time I'll be able to do the Skeleton Coast, Sossusvlei, and all of that. But I am headed down to a place called Ais, which is a small settlement next to Fish River Canyon before I go into South Africa. Fish River Canyon. If you imagine a 3/4 sized Grand Canyon, half size, 3/4 size, depending on the location, it's a bit like that. It is just an amazing place. I've seen and I've heard, and so I'm literally going in a circle here now. That's fun. And so I'm going to be doing that. So you can look forward to that video, because I know that you've been hanging out for my content. and then South Africa. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of get from here to there as efficiently as I can, because if I can stay around the Fish River Canyon kind of area for a week, that would be rather nice, you know? Walk out the door and you've got it in front of you. Sounds good. Yeah. So it's the end of October. I still have 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But that's a short time. I'm getting short now. It's a short time for me. And I'm not going to squander my time because, look at it. But I must admit, I'm looking forward to it. Cape Town, having made it. Staying in a cool place, going windsurfing. I'm so looking forward to seeing my parents. I'm really looking forward to seeing my parents who are traveling to South Africa, not specifically for me, to stay with a friend, a very good friend of ours called Steph, which they've done regularly, and he welcomes them like family. So coincidentally, they're going to be in South Africa at the same time as me. This has really been just one big loop. It's nice though. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing them. But yes. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Thank you for your patience if you made it to the end of the video. I'll try and actually record some visually spectacular stuff to augment this. Hope you're smiling.